evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a written message from His Excellency, the President of Egypt, handed over to His Excellency, the Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court. Greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Highness the President of the United Arab Emirates are conveyed by His Excellency the Minister responsible for Defense Affairs. The Sultanate condemned terrorist attack that targeted a security checkpoint north of Sinai Peninsula in Egypt. And in-country value of non-oil activities reached more than 15 billion Omani riyals by the end of the third quarter of last year. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Adama Barrow of Gambia on his country's Independence Day anniversary. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a written message from His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of the Arab Republic of Egypt. The message was handed over to His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal al-Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court, when he received His Excellency Mohammed Ghunaim, Egypt's ambassador to the Sultanate. During the meeting, cordial talks were exchanged and bilateral relations between the two countries were reviewed. Greeting of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, to His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of United Arab Emirates, and his best wishes for the Emirates people of further progress and prosperity were conveyed by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harib al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, while meeting His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President of United Arab Emirates, Ruler of Dubai, Minister of Defense, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces in United Arab Emirates. From their sides, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan conveyed greetings of His Highness, the President of the United Arab Emirates, to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, wishing His Majesty continuous health and happiness and Omani people further prosperity and development. During the meetings, both sides exchanged cordial talks and discussed fields of cooperation existing between the two brotherly countries. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, participated in the inauguration ceremony and the activities of the International Defense Exhibition IDEX 2019 in Abu Dhabi. His Excellency and the accompanied military delegation visited a number of international companies' pavilions which participated in the exhibition, where they reviewed updates, technology systems, and military devices produced by the defense industry companies from various participating countries. On the sidelines of the International Defense Exhibition IDEX 2019, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, met His Excellency Jong Kyu-eng-do, Minister of National Defense of South Korea. The meeting reviewed bilateral relations between both friendly countries and discussed aspects of military cooperation existing between the ministries of defense of both countries. The Sultanate condemned the terrorist attack that targeted a security checkpoint north of Sinai Peninsula in Egypt, which led to the death and injury of a number of soldiers. The statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs stressed that the Sultanate's solidarity with Egypt and expressed its sincere condolences to the victims' families and wished the injured a speedy recovery. The in-country value of the non-oil activities by the end of the third quarter of 2018 reached 15 billion Omani riyals, recording a contribution by 67% in the gross domestic product of the Sultanate. The National Center for Statistics and Information pointed out that the in-country value of agriculture and fisheries wealth rose by 7%. While service activities increased by 4.1%. On the other hand, the deficit in the general budget of the Sultanate declined by 36.1% by the end of the third quarter of 2018 to reach 1.9 billion Omani riyals. The universities and colleges students in the Sultanate showcased their innovations in the 10th Scientific Agriculture Festival in Sultan Qaboos University. The event includes projects that serve fields related to environment, food security, and researches various other aspects. The students in their innovations used natural resources with the aim to come up with projects that are eco-friendly. The opening ceremony was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Dr. Fahad bin Al-Julanda Al Said. Still to come on News Bulletin. The Sultanate marks the World Wetlands Day. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Sultan Qaboos University, represented in Engineering College, organized the 14th Chemical Engineering Forum. It included various activities related to chemical science, as well as projects, researches, and students' innovations in this field. The forum will acquaint the students and those interested in chemical engineering with the latest development in this field, in addition to exchange expertise and knowledge. A training course entitled The Role of Women in Civil Community and Achieving the Development Goals of 2030 was organized in the Governorate of Muscat. A number of experts from the Sultanate and Gulf Cooperation Council countries took part in the event. It focused on plans to train journalists as well as to deliver the media message and efforts exerted in the field of women empowerment. Around 17 goals were put up by the United Nations to achieve Sustainable Development 2030 as governments around the world work towards making them successful. Muscat Municipality approved document management privacy system and schedules of retention documents, where the system work on recording current use documents, coding and classifying them in order to organize and facilitate reaching process, in addition to achieve good protection and secure of the documents, to be a source of future research and studies. The agreement was signed by His Excellency Engineer Mohsen bin Mohammed Al Sheikh, Chairman of Muscat Municipality, and His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Mohammed Al Dhawiyani, Chairman of National Records and Archive Authority. The Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs, within the activities of the World Wetlands Day, seeks to spread awareness among various categories of the community to preserve wetland sites and pay attention to reserve so as to contribute to the environment balance. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi has more details on the following report.
Under the theme Wetlands and Climate Change, the Sultanate, represented by the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs, celebrated World Wetlands Day, which falls on February 2nd each year. The event aimed at raising public awareness of the values of wetlands. As part of the celebration, various segments of the society took part in a cleanup campaign in Khor al-Sawadi to promote conserving these important sites among the community.
We are trying to highlight the importance of wetlands as a buffer and of how to cope with the impacts of climate change. During this ceremony, I'll be doing some public awareness and educational program for the school children and the scouts, and mainly focusing on recycling and utilizing different resources and different elements from the environment in creative ways and utilize them and use them for other uses.
Here we are cleaning this core from the rubbish, from plastic, from what we found it's coming from open sea. Now the school children here also, we want to encourage the school children and the local community here how to take care, how to conserve this mangrove trees.
This year's celebration was chosen to be at Khor al-Sawadi in the Wilaya of Barka, within the ministry's endeavor to restore the wetland sites through the project of planting 1,000 seedlings of mangrove. Since 2001, around 664,000 seedlings have been planted in different governorates around the Sultanate. Conserving wetlands is essential to mitigate climate change impacts, and the Sultanate is giving special attention to the preservation of such natural resources to ensure their use for future generations. From the Wilaya of Barka, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, South Al-Batina, Governorate.
The second stage of Tour of Oman cycling competition by international elite cyclists witnessed another day of a successful race. More details on the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai.
18 teams consist of elite cyclists from across the globe in the 10th edition Tour of Oman are seen here in the starting point of the second stage.
I'm really happy to be here in Oman. It's a great race, great weather, great people around, good parkour, and hopefully I can make a good result here. I hope to win a stage. And this is also a race to build up to the next races for the season.
The race started from Oman Royal Cavalry in Sib and ended up at Al Bustan Park in Muscat after passing through challenging hilly and steep mountains of Al Amirat, Al Hamriya and Al Jissa.
Today is different. It's a little bit more rolling. We have climbs in the finish, so it's another type of riders that will show different kind of spectacle. We will see lots of attacks in the finish, and it's impossible to predict. Like yesterday we knew it would be a sprinter, today we don't know who will win.
The winner of today's second stage Astana Pro team is Alex Lusenko from Astana, Kazakhstan. Lusenko was the overall winner of 2018 Tour of Oman. He is the strongest rider from Asia, and it is interesting to note that he attacked 6 kilometers away from the line, leaving everyone behind him, and continued until the finishing point. Another interesting point to mention that yesterday's winner, Alexander Christopher of UAE team, who thought the stage would be too hard for him, but he managed to finish second and saved the red jersey as well as green jersey. While jersey for young classification went to Ryan Gibbons, and the most aggressive rider gold jersey went to Preben van Hayek. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates, with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Wusta and Dhofar. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a written message from His Excellency the President of Egypt, handed over to His Excellency the Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court. Greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Highness the President of the United Arab Emirates are conveyed by His Excellency the Minister responsible for Defense Affairs. The Sultanate condemned terrorist attack that targeted a security checkpoint north of Sinai Peninsula in Egypt. And in-country value of non-oil activities reached more than 15 billion Omani riyals by the end of the third quarter of last year. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and have a great night.